Alright guys, before this video starts, my clickbait stickers are now available on my online store, link in the description. They were supposed to be available 2 days ago at 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but they didn't end up going up. So they're $5 for a pack of 10, and now let's get on with this video. What's going on, guys? It's time for an unboxing video because something came in the mail today. So by the size of the box, you guys could probably guess what's inside.
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
But just in case you guys can, I'm going to open it up here in just a second. In my last video, at the very end, I told you guys to comment ways for me to open the box. So I'm going to go through the comments and pick a few of my favorites. And by the way, you guys do not know who this box is from, but you will in just a few minutes. So let's begin. First up, my good friend Angel Ruiz told me to open the box with my charger, and I just got a new charger. So I'm going to be opening it with the box part at the very end, since it's already kind of old and bent on the end. So just going to take it and go through the tape. Okay, that's way easier than I thought, so I'm going to stop there. Next up, the good homie Anthony Soriano told me to open the box with a coin, so I have a penny right here. Let's see if it'll work. Alright, so far so good. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the coin fell in. So, on to the next comment. My cousin Grant said, open the box like a normal person. This box opening challenge stuff is getting really overused. You know what, Grant? I actually 100% agree with you. Next comment. Jasmine SB said, open your next box with your flat bar. And this is actually really smart. I've never seen anyone do this or comment this, so let's do that right now. Alright, thank you to everyone for your comments. Now that the box is open, let's see what's inside. First up, the orange that I threw in just a second ago. Alright, t-shirt. Have you guys guessed who this box is from yet? If you haven't, you're about to find out. Yes, guys, this box is from Bubble Wrap. Super hyped to be a part of the Bubble Wrap team. Just kidding. Now for the moment that you've all been waiting for. The penny that fell in earlier. Now time for the boards. 1, 2. Alright, we have 2 decks. Can you guys guess who they're from? Alright, here we go. Cue the drum roll beat. Boom. This box is from my newest sponsor, Lagoon Skateboards. So the first deck is an 825 dump deck. So we'll get a close-up look of everything after. But 825 dump deck. By the way, the L on this shirt was for Lagoon. So if you couldn't tell, that's what it means. And it's a large. Next up, still in the plastic. Another 825. I'm not sure exactly what the name of this deck is, but I really like this one as well. Alright guys, so super big shout out to Lagoon Skateboards, Instagram on screen, and their online store will be in the description below. Now you guys are probably wondering what happened to Outsider Skateboards, because a few videos ago on my setup video, I titled it my last Outsider setup video. And nothing really happened with Outsider, like we didn't end on bad terms or anything like that. I didn't leave the team because I wasn't getting enough product or anything like that. I'm super thankful for everything that Aaron has done for me in the past and the present, and I probably always will support anything he does. But Lagoon Skateboards actually saw my street part and told me to shoot him an email, and at first I just saw it and looked right past it, like I wasn't actually going to email them. And then I looked them up on Instagram and found out that they're a new and upcoming company, and I saw a lot of potential right away. So I actually did shoot him an email, and he told me that he would like to offer me a spot on the team. And I'm actually always down to try new stuff, but I actually asked Aaron the Outsider, what he thought about that first. And he told me, you know what, go for it. And if anything doesn't work out, then you always have a home at Outsider Skateboards. And to me, it doesn't get any realer than that. He could have just like got really mad and been like, you know what, do what you want. But he was actually really supportive, and that's what I like most about Aaron. So I took Lagoon up on their offer, and I just decided to give him a try. But it made me really happy knowing that Aaron supports me as much as I support him. So be sure to follow Aaron on Instagram at Aaron the Outsider and pick yourself up an Outsider board. Because I know Outsider boards are really strong, and I haven't tried one of these boards yet, but I'm sure these are just as strong. So if you want to get one of these boards, check their online store. But yeah, for those of you that were wondering, that's what happened with Outsider. I still talk to him, he still watches my videos and reposts them. He just still really supports me, and I still really support him. So here's a closer look on what I got from Lagoon. So that's it for the unboxing part of this video. I'll be back in a little bit to do the Q&A part, but for you guys it'll be in just a few seconds, so I'll see you then. Alright guys, I'm back and I'm here to do the Q&A part of this video. So I told you guys to ask your questions on my Instagram, and I got more comments than I expected. So I'm probably going to start doing it on Instagram every time. So follow me on Instagram at Bryan.Arnett if you aren't already. And let's just begin. I picked 20 comments from however many there were, and I'm going to go through them as quick as possible. So first up, Luis_Cancino2 asks, what's one place you wish you could skate? The Shred Quarters in Cincinnati, Ohio. Robo Garcia asks, what's your favorite skate park? Piru Skate Park, because that's pretty much where I learned most of my tricks, and just the feeling you get when you skate there, it feels like home. Ghost Coffee 75 asks, if not skateboarding, what would you do? Honestly, I'd probably be playing basketball, football, or baseball like I did when I was little, or I would just be like 100% focused on school like I should be. Jacob.Cantero asks, what was your first sponsor? My first sponsor was Stay Lifted Co., and I'm still sponsored by them to this day. Sam Reed 13 asks, when do you think your next street part will drop? Well, I was actually determined to put out my next part by the end of this year, but now I'm 100% focused on YouTube, and I want to work on a video with Ivan and Anthony, kind of like a full length, but only 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll each have like maybe a minute and a half parts. So that'll be kind of like a mini part, so be on the lookout for that. John_TLLZ asks, what's the craziest trick you've done to snap your board? Well, I don't remember every trick that I've snapped my board on, but the one I remember the most is probably this one. And that was a switch frontside big spin down the 14 drop. I never landed it. That was the only one I committed to, so I'm not going to go into much detail about that, but yeah. Angel.Ruiz with 4 Z's, my good friend, asks, how do you commit to tricks so quick? I usually talk to myself in my mind, also known as thinking, but I tell myself, like, what's the point of trying a trick if you're not going to commit? The only way to land your trick is if you commit, and I just tell myself like little mental things like that just to help me commit. Alistair Davis asks, what deck do you like better, Valsurf or Active? Well, I've only had one of each of those, and my Active deck actually snapped the first day on a kickflip front board on my flat bar, and my Valsurf still hasn't snapped, so that was just one bad experience. Every company has bad boards, so to be completely honest with you, I'll have to ride more boards of each of those to give you an accurate answer. Cooling and Bullying asks, what is your favorite part of skating? My favorite part of skating is just straight up learning new tricks. Temo_skates or Timo_skates. I say this probably every Q&A, but if I pronounce your username wrong, I'm sorry. But they ask, will you ever try to learn kickflip late shove? And I've actually done one kickflip late shove, and it was in Westlake, and it'll play right now. Kickflip late shove is just kind of like a weird trick, and it feels just way better at heel flip late shove. But kickflip late shove is a trick that I do want to get down stuff and somewhat consistent.
Oh, fuck!
Braxdogs_skates asks, when did you start learning how to skate switch? I started learning how to skate switch when I was probably like 12 or 13, and I just remember switch olling the 2-stair at Fillmore Skate Park, and then the 4-stair, and then the 2-drop, and then later the 6-stair, and then that made me feel like I was really good at switch. I would walk around like, oh yeah, I could skate switch. Not really, but then after that, I started learning switch flips, and switch heels, and switch barrel flips, and then from then I just started learning all my switch tricks. Bronson Chris asks, favorite variation of late shove? And for that one, I gotta say just a regular ollie late shove, just because of the way it feels. And if I had all my other variations consistent, like every try, then it would probably have to be front shove late shove or heel flip late shove. Carter.Whitmer asks, if you could choose between stairs, handrail, and ledges, which would you want to be best at? And without a doubt, handrails, because stairs are my favorite thing, but handrails probably would be my favorite thing to skate if I was good at them. Bow.Savard asks, do you think you can switch tray? I actually can switch tray. Brian Skates asks, do you like your trucks tight or loose? This is a question that goes around a lot, and the most common answer is somewhere in the middle, and that's my answer, somewhere in the middle. But probably more towards tight, because Wheelbite sucks. Diamond underscore 805 asks, how old were you when you started YouTube and why did you start? This is actually a really good question, and the answer is probably a lot younger than any of you are expecting. I started doing YouTube when I was 8 or 9, and at that point it was just like basketball shots and stuff like that. And then when I started learning tricks when I was 10 or 11, that's when I started uploading skate YouTube videos. And here's a little funny segment of one of my old YouTube videos, how to kickflip.
How to kickflip. That's the foot placement.
So yeah, as you can tell, I was really young and I didn't know how to kickflip that good. But let me know if you guys want to see me review some of my old videos like that. Jose Perez asks, do you think you will keep doing YouTube after high school? I hope to be doing YouTube after high school and one day make a living out of it. Chino.skates asks, tray flip or kickflip? Tray flip flat, kickflip down stuff. Peyton the Pro asks, memory of first kickflip? And I actually don't remember my first kickflip, sadly. But before kickflips, I learned kickflip sex change, and I remember learning it in the grass at my dad's house. I learned kickflip sex change first just because it was easier to flip and I was small. And the very last question is from r_skates, and he asks, how many subs do you think you'll have in 1 year? And honestly, I think I'll have 1 million. Just kidding, that would seriously be a dream come true. But a realistic answer for your question is hopefully somewhere between 5 and 10,000. Because at the beginning of this year, I had about 200 subscribers, and I remember setting a goal for myself to get 500 subscribers by June. And then June came around and I had about 350, and I was like, oh, well, so much for that. I pretty much lost all hope in getting 500 subscribers in general. And now October is here and I have over 1,300 subscribers. So I don't plan on stopping YouTube, and hopefully in October 2017, I have 5 to 10,000 subscribers, if not more. So that is it for this entire video, guys. Thank you for staying till the end. I work very hard on every single video, so a like and comment is greatly appreciated. And most importantly, subscribe for videos every other day, and I'll see you in 2 days for a new video at 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time.